by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight.
Hi everyone, so I'm heading out tonight and I thought I would film my going out makeup look, I guess. This is probably one that I tend to go to a fair bit. It's quite a natural look. It suits day wear, nighttime wear. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you can achieve this look too. So as this is a nighttime look that I'm going to be filming, I'm going to start with off with my Mineral Veil primer. This primer blows redness, smooths out your complexion, and there's no flashback even though it does have an SPF 15. I think a lot of people probably assume because it has got SPF in it that it will flash back, but this has never ever happened to me. So I'm just going to put just a pea size amount. When it comes to any sort of primer, you want to put a pea size amount, and you don't need to use a brush, but I am going to use a buffing brush just to apply this. And you just put it everywhere. This primer is awesome as well because it's actually water resistant. I actually tested this theory when I went away on a cruise one time and I jumped in the pool with all my makeup on. This was after a formal evening and I was freaking out. I said to everyone, is my makeup still on? Is my makeup still on? And everyone's like, it looks perfect. And I was like, yes, that was my Mineral Veil primer. So after that, I'm priming my face first, but I am going to go in with my eyes. So obviously as it's nighttime wear and I want for it to stay on as long as possible, I'm going to put on my NARS eyeshadow primer just a little bit, and I'm just going to pat that on with my finger. I have been using this for, I reckon, about 3 years and I love it. I have tried a few of the other ones. I've tried the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which I don't mind. I don't think it's got as great staying power as this one, but I still like to venture out and try new things. I'm then just going to set that with my big Zoeva fluffy brush and go in with this color. I've never used this palette before, that's matte. This Smashbox, what is this? This is the double exposure palette, that sort of light matte shade there, and just put that all over my eyelid. I'm then going to go in with a slightly less fluffier brush. This is another Zoeva brush. I absolutely adore Zoeva brushes. I've had this set for probably over 2 years. I take really good care of them. I wash them every 1 to 2 weeks and they've stayed in really, really good nick. So I'm then going to go in with this old MAC orange eyeshadow as my transition colour, and I'm actually going to mix it in with my my bronzer colour as well, just so it's not, the orange isn't so harsh. I'm going to pat that in a bit of both and then just run that through my socket. So if you do have a brighter orange shade and you don't know what to do with it and you think it is too harsh, just mix it in with a bit of your bronzer colour and it will sort of tone it down a bit, because this colour is obviously very out there. So if you're wanting like a high contrast between, you know, your lid colour and your transition shades, it will be good. But I kind of just want to go for something a little bit more soft and natural. So now I'm just going in again with my Smashbox palette and I'm going to use this matte brown shade to kind of deepen up the crease and give a bit more definition, I guess. I'm going to start off with a little bit and then slowly build up to like the desired look that I want. And I generally I put it in a little kind of like dot formation or even a sort of a C shape, and then once I've got the colour on there, I use my brush to blend it out and I kind of do little baby circles, which I would sort of show you. And I bring it about halfway. These are actually very pigmented, which I wasn't aware about, but that's not a problem. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. Just sort of pat it in, that little edge bit, get a bit more colour, and then do like little baby circles if you can. Obviously, if your brush is too fat, I wouldn't recommend circling so much because you're going to get product everywhere. But if your brush is sort of similar to mine, then it'll be fine. Just like so, and then bring it in slightly. But this, I don't have any excess product on my brush. So I sort of do halfway as the guide, because sometimes I do get a bit excited and then I go like, and then it kind of starts to look like a halo eye kind of effect, which is fine, but if that's not what you're going for, then I wouldn't recommend like brushing it back and forth too much. Okay, so I'm happy with how that's been blended out. Next thing I'm going to go in with is my By Terry Ombre Black Star Shadow Stick. I bloody love these. They're a little bit expensive, but they're worth every penny. I bought my first one maybe a few years ago, and yeah, I've used it ever since, and I've still got heaps. Oh, actually it is running down to the bottom, and I've actually broken it. So I'm going to put this on my lid colour, and then I'm going to put another shadow packed on top, just so it makes the colour a bit more vibrant and intense. So I'm just going to, where I haven't obviously put my other colours, just pop it on like so. And you can already see, if I come up close, it's pretty pure pigment straight on my eye. So I've got that on like that. I think that's starting to, you can sort of see how it looks starting to come together slowly. I'm not going to put on eyeliner. I'm not that confident of putting on eyeliner in the first place and filming it. It'll definitely have something that I work on, but I guess these looks are going to be something everyone can achieve, because I feel like eyeliner is something which might be something that people struggle with, and lash application, which I'm not going to put on either. I really struggle with putting lashes on myself. I don't know whether it's because my lashes are too long and they're getting in the way or what it is, but it's immensely frustrating. So I'm just going to keep it really basic. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is just this shade here and just pack that on top. I'm just going to wet my brush a little bit. Where is my brush? Here it is. So I'm just going to pack that on and put it on top of the existing colour. It slightly changes the colour, but not that much. So the next step that I'm going to go in with is my foundation. I'm probably going to mix, two together. So I'm going to put some light beige, and then I might put just like a tiny little bit of natural beige. Yes, this is warmer than my natural shade, but I am going out. I'm extremely lazy with fake tan. I can't be bothered, and I think I've got the kind of skin tone that I can get away if I kind of do a little bit of a darker colour. It doesn't look too noticeable. I think what actually looks worse is when people get a fake tan and then they don't actually get the right colour. So I'd rather do a little bit warmer, blend it down so it kind of looks sort of even, opposed to when you see people that are really orange and then have a white face. I see that all the time. I'm just using Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So if you haven't used it, you should really try it out. I use it quite a bit for going out makeup. Generally, if I'm doing day-to-day makeup, I'll mix a BB cream or a CC cream in with a foundation, just because I want to have that extra sort of sun protection in there, which most foundations don't offer because people are afraid of getting flashback, which is fair enough. I understand that. So I've just pat that all into my skin. I did 2 pumps. You could probably get away with doing 1 if you're wanting a more natural. Then I'm going in with just my little light bisque concealer. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this under my eyes. I don't have too much darkness, but it does mask the darkness a little bit if you do have any. It just brightens it. And then I will go on and put my concealer on top. And I'm just using my trusty Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. This concealer is great. I originally was a NARS girl. Look, I'm going to see my little smiley face. Oh, look at this. Oh, so easy to draw with too. And then we can do a little one up here. Look at that for creativity. That's actually probably how much concealer I do need. I always go a bit crazy with the concealer. And I'm just going to in with my damp beauty blender. Oh yeah, what was I saying about the concealer? The concealer, I have used this one for as long as I can remember. I did use NARS first, then I went off it. I found NARS got a little bit cakey for my liking. And then I used NARS and this one, and then that's pretty much it. I've tried the Born This Way one. Very hydrating. I wouldn't really recommend it for nighttime wear. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't stay on very well. So wouldn't recommend that one to you. Just put my concealer on, then I'm just going to go in with this shade here. I've used this so much, and just kind of pat it on. I just want it to stay in place, but I just feel for nighttime it's that bit extra invisible fridge. I'm just going to go in with a really light dusting of my NARS loose powder. And this is just, again, going to give a bit more coverage. It might seem like I'm putting on so many powders, but it's literally just for nighttime. I don't want my makeup sort of like melting off or stripping off throughout the night. So just a really light dusting, and I'm just putting in the lid and then just all over. You should invest in this powder. If you are buying a NARS foundation, get the powder. It is phenomenal. It is seriously probably one of the best beauty products I've tried this year. It just blurs everything. If you put it on top of the foundation, everything just looks seamless and beautiful. So definitely one to give a shot. Next, I'm going to go in with my Hourglass lighting palette. This is Life. This creates the most beautiful finish. We've got dim light, what's that one? Incandescent light and radiant light, highlighting shade, blush or bronzer, and setting. I like to mix them all together. They give a really beautiful glow to the skin. And it's not heavy either. None of these products on my skin look cakey or like overdone in my opinion. Maybe this, for some people, is too much makeup, but each to their own. For a going out occasion, I think this is definitely a fair amount. Now I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. I got this on sale when Sephora had their Black Friday thing and it was 20% off. I just mixed those two shades there together. And whenever I'm doing my contour, I feel for my cheekbone, and you kind of want to put it, when you feel for the edge of the cheekbone, that's where you want to stop, and you're sort of cutting into your face, and you just want to put it in that little pocket. So like so. You don't want to put it too high or too low. I mean, makeup is one of those things which I feel like there is no right or wrong way. It's very expressive. So if you want to do it higher or lower, it's up to you. You do whatever suits your face shape, but I kind of like to do it about there. Sometimes it can be tricky to get it even because our body is not symmetrical. And if it was, we'd probably all look like aliens. Probably looks like I put a bit too much, but once I go on with my bronzer, I'll even it all up. Just a bit under my chin as well. Does anyone else do that face when they're putting on bronzer? I always seem to do it. So I'm just going in now with another Hourglass palette of mine that I got with this bronzer shade here. I am totally loving this one at the moment. I'm not even sure what it's called. What is it called? Bronzer Surreal Bronze Light. And I'm just going to put that on top of the contour. And just like so, you can even do it in like a little bit of a jelly bean shape to kind of cup your cheek. And I'm just going to bring it around all of my hair just to give more warmth. As you can see, my original foundation colour that I've put on has kind of changed a little bit in colour because I've added bronzer and all the other products too. Now I'm going on to blush. I'm just using this little Arbonne blush. I've had this for ages. I really, really love Arbonne products. They're all cruelty-free, vegan, so it's nice knowing that you're putting natural products on your skin that aren't causing any harm to any animals at all. Because whilst a lot of brands we think aren't doing any harm to animals, they actually are. So not all these brands I'm using are cruelty free, I'll admit that, but a lot of these products that I've got are still old, and when I'm buying new products I do aim to try and get cruelty free as much as I can. So I just went off camera to apply my mascara. It takes me a really long time, but if anyone wants to know, I just use the Better Than Sex and Lancome together. Lancome is quite separating, Better Than Sex is volumizing, curling, lengthening, separating all in the one. This is a really fantastic mascara and recommend it to anyone who's looking for a new mascara. Now I'm just going to go in with my Essence lip liner in the nude. These are like $3. What a grouse price point that is. A lot of lip liners, high end, you're looking at 20 plus, and I am really, really happy with these lip liners. I believe they're made in Germany as well, so yeah, Made in Germany. I believe anything made in Germany is good. Think about it, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, the list goes on. So I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to use this to do it because it's a bit tricky. Okay, so there's that. Might not be perfect. I think, I don't know. I'm going to go in this colour, I think. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I might do a gloss on top. And this might seem like maybe people think this is wrong. I don't care. I always... Actually, one of my friends taught me this. Emily, so if you're watching, she said if you want to lighten a colour, she's like, just put a little bit of concealer. And I always like it to have that little bit of an ombre effect. So I always dab a bit in the centre. So thanks, Emily, for that tip. And it makes your pout look a bit bigger too, so... And then, I'm in two minds whether to wear a gloss or not. Maybe I'll just put some in the middle. Just gonna spray my face with setting spray. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, there it is on the ground, as per usual. Just spray myself with that, and then I'm just gonna go in with my Hourglass highlighter. I might actually mix it with this Kitten, god that was really awkward, Kitten eyeshadow too, just because we'll get that super glow happening. I'm gonna be glowing. And that is then the finished look. I did put in some brow product when I went off camera. I don't really do much to my brows. I just thought, because everything else was so full on, I thought I would just add a little bit of colour. This is that I probably wear going out. I think you could probably get away with it during the day too. It doesn't look too in your face. I think it looks really pretty and feminine. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, I'm probably a little bit slow at explaining things and doing things and maybe not that advanced, but I feel like it's that anyone could really do, and yeah, I believe it's pretty easy to follow as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. I feel so funny saying that. It sounds so cliche. Like, subscribe, blah, blah. I don't care what you do, but if you like my stuff, go ahead. Bye!